Next up, we have Spilt Milk featuring Zorzi from the Boomerang-FU soundtrack. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here musically. If you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, consider becoming a member. One of them paid subscriptions, that good stuff, support the channel. And 2 disclaimers. Number 1, this is my first time hearing this track, so I will be pausing a lot, as I will be pointing things out as I hear them. Number 2, this is recorded live on stream in a single take, so I might stumble upon my words here and there. Just keep that in mind. With that said, let's do this. Spilt Milk, let's see what we got. This is a word play on Kung Fu, yes. Okay, so we start with a very nice fade in, which is fairly rare right now. We haven't had too many fade ins. We fade in, we bring in the accompaniment, these really cool chords, and we have a very funky rhythm going on over here. Very funky groove. I like it. Let's see where this goes. The cowbell. So yeah, this is giving us a riff slash motif. The difference, of course, we have a motif. The motif is, of course, the smallest version of our musical idea, the seed from which everything else comes from. And then we have a riff. A riff is a more modern colloquial term. It means that there isn't really an academic official term for this, but it is basically a motif on the more rhythmic sense. Like, you do this on the guitar, you do this on a keyboard or on a bass, that kind of thing, and that's what we're having right now with that really fun bass line. Let's see where this goes. And there's our motif. Maybe. There's our motif, maybe, the higher, the actual melody. The cool thing about riffs is that they don't have to be a motif, and you can actually put a motif on top of them. Let's see where this goes. There you go. So we are having a motif there. We're having this really fun line, which is what? Bop, 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 bop. And then the second half is free form. So our motif is this one right here, the first half. And then the second half is a tail, basically. So let's see where this goes. Oh, that was really... This is really cool. The way these two synths, the keyboard and the synth behind it is made, makes it sound like a fortepiano. So when it comes to music, there is this concept called dynamics. So dynamics is how strong or how weak, how loud or how quiet an instrument can be. Welcome back, Double. So when it comes to this in music, we've had this go from piano, which means soft, to forte, which means loud. You have, of course, you can add more. So pianissimo means very soft, pianissimo, which means super soft, and you can just keep adding more and more. Same with forte, fortissimo, very loud, fortissimo, extremely loud. You can have in between, so you can have like a mezzo piano, which is kind of soft. You can have a mezzo forte, which means kind of loud. And then you have the other dynamics. There's, for example, sforzando, which means kind of playing louder than everybody. There's sforzado, which is play louder than everybody. Force your way into playing louder than everybody. And then there's forte piano. Because when it comes to piano to forte, that's just called a crescendo. You can go from piano to forte. That is just a crescendo. Which is... That's it, right? That's going piano to forte. And piano forte is the name of the instrument. That's the full name of the instrument. We now call it piano. So forte piano is kind of the opposite. Because usually the forte piano is followed by a crescendo, usually back to forte. So instead of being the bum. You're gonna have bum. And the way the keyboard was played right next to those synths makes it sound like a forte piano. And without the crescendo, it just sounds like a forte piano. Really cool. I was not expecting it from something like this. Let's see where it goes. Motif again, with a couple of extra added things in the background, with the synth. Very nice, very nice. That melody is really fun. Piano. Okay, so structurally speaking, now we have moved from section A. We had a very quick intro. We moved from section A. So in music, you usually have sections to distinguish the form of music. By the way, we just finished drinking like 3.5 liters of water. That's how warm it is right now. So we're having this, and I'm still thirsty as hell. So we went from section A, which had that really, really fun motif, the keyboard there. Now we're in section B. The motif has changed. The direction of the motif has changed. And there's a lot of things that have changed, which is usually normal. From A to B, you want things to stay somewhat different. Let's see where it goes. It's inverted. The motif is inverted. Inverted just means it's upside down. How hot is it in here? Outside, it's like 25 degrees Celsius. Inside, it's probably like 5-10 hotter because of the computer and the insulation and the sound foam. Yeah. So it's really warm. And my AC is broken, so... We repeat this now. One of the best things you can do when it comes to instrumentation, just repeat the same thing on another instrument in a higher octave. A good way of filling up time and a good way of making things sound fun and making it sound more tense. There you go. Roy-chan, welcome to the... How you doing? Ooh, very fun moment. Like, it's a very funky track for all things considered. And we're having this moment where we're just letting the drums do its thing. We're having the piano. We switched over to a piano, to an actual piano. And now they're moving... Couple of chords, letting the drums do their thing. Couple of chords, letting the drums do their thing. Really, really fun. Songs have been great today, yeah. The cowbell, dude. Oh. Speed it up, and we go off the ramp. Off the ramp we go. Once again, colloquial term. There's no official academic term for this, but I'm using this to explain my point. A good way to progress a piece of music and make the listener feel suspended up in the air, remove the drums. Keep everything else going. It's going to give you that sense of inertia of you just went off a ramp. Welcome to D-Host. Welcome today. How you doing, man? So, and back to A. Wrong. A prime. So, when it comes to sections, A prime just means it's a variation. It's the same overall idea, it's just a variation. So in this case, we added the extra piano. Piano solo. That background. We repeat A, okay. One more time. And yeah, this is pretty straightforward. It's a pretty straightforward variations that we're having here. Like we're just changing a couple of the chords in the back here and there, but overall it's still the same musical idea. Straightforward repetition when it comes to the melody. Pretty good. Oh, I heard a little synth going up and down. All right, once again, this seems to be some sort of bridge in between. Same musical idea of that transition with the piano when it was playing just the drums, but instead of it being the drums now, it's the synths. But it's the same overall transition. Oh, and we're doing now a call and response between the piano and that other synth. Call and response, One instrument does one thing, or one music does one thing, another music does another thing. Call and response, kind of like a conversation. The piano's playing the chords, and now there's a synth going up above, doing what I like to call a flying melody. Another colloquial term. Flying melody is you have a busy middle section, lower section, then you have a slower melody flying above it. Simpler, lovelier, and it just gives you that sensation of flying above everything else and soaring around. It's really nice. So let's see where it goes. Speeds up, yeah. So landed, back to section B. Oh, and we're doing a lovely, lovely small section of tutti where it's a pseudo tutti. So tutti, this is B prime by the way. Tutti means everyone, which is not entirely tutti. Right now it's not the entire ensemble that is playing, but it's both the piano that is usually holding the same chords. Now it's playing like the last 2 or 3 notes along with the main melody, and it just gives it this really cool sense of moving forward. The climax should be soon. Let's see where this is taken. Pretty much the same way it was in the first time. I like this. We repeat a lot of the things very almost the same way. We just add a couple of extra layers on top of it. Clever and efficient. Oh, nice. We're doing a nice syncopation. Now this could qualify as a tutti, because we have... It's not a tutti, it's just the piano and the bass having a conversation. Syncopation. Hell yeah. Back to the piano thing. That transition with these upper synths. Where are you taking this home? Back to A. Back to A we go. Back to A. Is this going to be a situation where A is also the outro? Is this where we're going? Let's see. For the love of God, do not fade this out. Just straightforward repeat. For the love of God, do not fade this out. This is way too fun to fade it out. Alright, let's see where they take this. Yes! We finish it with a tutti! We finish it with a tutti! So we had, A with an outro, and we ended it with a tutti. My God, the relief that it was not a fade out. So a tutti was basically the piano and the bass and whatever synths were left playing all together, doing a couple of last syncopated, that little run that they had, couple of drum beats, and that's it. Song's over. That was fun. That was a lot of fun, man. Boomerang-FU, I had never heard of this. Boomerang-FU, I guess. So that was good. That was surprisingly good and fun. Like one of the things about, like, I think this is a mobile game, because mobile games tend to have really good music, dude. Really, really good music. I don't know what it is. Like, they will either have the most generic trash music ever, or they will have just incredible music. It's insane. It's insane. Do you think that that a fade out could ever work? Nowadays, it would have to be an extremely specific situation. Because in general, I consider fade outs to be lazy. So, yeah, there's that. But yeah, there you go. That was Spilt Milk featuring Zorzi from the Boomerang-FU soundtrack. That was a lot of fun, dude. That was a lot of fun. That was really, 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 really fun. So, yeah, there you have it. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and I hope I have explained things in a way so that you can understand what has happened here musically. If you're watching this on the video, thank you for watching. Make sure to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, follow whatever term you want to use. Leave a comment, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. Consider becoming a member, one of them paid memberships, support the channel that way. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3 seconds, I will be linking it in the description. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, links to the Discord are down below. Go to the LFA requests channel and follow the instructions on the pinned comments. If you don't follow the instructions, your comment is going to get ignored. Your song is going to get ignored. If you want to watch the streams live, links to the Discord and Twitch are down below. They have the stream schedule showing in your local time zone so that you don't have to worry about calculating or anything like that. And yeah, with that, that's it. Thank you for watching. There you go. Spilt milk from the Boomerang-FU. That was surprisingly good. Yeah, all that funding has to go somewhere. There you go. Good stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, let's